Hello, and welcome to another episode of Predator's Note. I'm Sonia Takahashi. With me, the other main host, Lukas. He doesn't like being called the co-host. No. I'm the real host. I'm just the other real host. And the special guest, Hime, the real Kaguya-hime from Toho.com.
I don't know how I got here, and I'm scared.
Yes. We got the real Kaguya-hime from Toho.com to watch the Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie from 2020. And
was it really that long ago?
Yes.
I see.
We watched it in the year of Luigi, 2020, and we're only just now talking about it. Man, I tell you, for me, it feels like just like maybe 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know, right? Time is a flat circle.
Okay, so this movie, it was okay. I liked it okay. Jim Carrey, it was really, I was here for gym time, and I got gym time, and it was good, it was fine. I liked him.
He wasn't here for gym time.
He was a good Robotnik. He was not transphobic like in Ace Ventura, so it was very good. Yeah, it's Robotnik, extremely woke, known feminist, not a TERF, really cool guy. Caused lots of property damage, which I'm here for. I love property damage. I'm all about property damage. Honestly. Yeah, he was very swagful. He's got a lot of black going on. His cool friend that I'd have no idea if he was ever named.
Agent Stone, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
He wears black on black on black, which is a good look. Yes, extremely good. Severe lack of gun forces in this, which I was disappointed by. I would have loved a gun sequence. We were in San Francisco, and he didn't even jump out of a helicopter or get chased by a truck or a surfboard down the street.
You can't have all the references.
Yes, I can.
Try, though.
Okay, so, good movie. It starts out with Sonia's absolute favorite Sonic character, all of our favorite Sonic character. No. It starts out with a classic record scratch. So, you're probably wondering how I got here. Not in those exact words, but pretty much exactly that. And I called it pretty much immediately. Yeah. But then, yes, you're right. Everybody's favorite character, Longclaw, or whatever the fuck she was called. Yes, she's Kaepora Gaebora. Kaepora Gaebora has transitioned and is now taking care of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Indeed. And
then was killed by Ken Penders.
Yeah, basically.
Ken Penders, his favorite echidna friends, showed up to kill Sonic's incredible... All of our, people, it was just so cool to see them include the classic Sonic character Long Talon, or whatever the fuck her name was.
You're going to be pedantic about this, aren't you?
What do you mean?
I mean, I don't have any experience with, the Sonic comics or anything, except from, other people that know about it. So, I have no idea of the lore from that or anything else. So, y'all have a different perspective than me about that.
We have subjected ourselves to quite a bit of Archie Sonic. It's not worth it. Don't do it.
I do understand that a lot of the Archie Sonic comics do adapt characters from Sonic Sat-AM and then do different spins on them, as well as some other things that eventually get added into.
Did Sat-AM come first, or did the Archie Knothole crew come first? I thought it was Archie first.
I don't really remember. I can look it up, I guess.
Yes. Well, yes, you're right, Lukas. Everybody's favorite. We're all drawing fan art and making fan fiction about Long Talon, our favorite Sonic character who we're always talking about and thinking about. I've never stopped thinking about Long Talon, my favorite fucking character in the world. And so he was living in Green Hill Zone, but he was only there when he was a disgusting baby that I hated to look at.
So, as far as I can tell, the Sonic comic started in May 1993, and Sonic Sat AM also aired in 1993, in
Okay.
September 1993, and continued until 95. So, they were... I see. According to Wikipedia, the song inspired the long-running Sonic the Hedgehog comic book series by Archie Comics. So, the TV series came first, and then they adapted characters from the TV series into the Archie Comics, which I find is cool. It's neat to have like multiple different takes on things, but
So, far and away the worst parts of the Archie Sonic, other than Ken Pender's disgusting skunk OC kissing Sally, were his interminable Echidna sections, where he just like, it was just an entirely different comic that he just sort of shoehorned into Sonic, where...
the Echidna lore, I've heard things about this.
Yeah, the Echidnas live in a hidden, super advanced techno city, but they threw away most of their technology, I guess. It's very stupid. But anyway, yes, Ken Penders killed Sonic's mom, the owl. Sonic was born from an owl, came out of an egg. And then...
makes sense.
Sonic starts creepily stalking small town cop, James Marston, my favorite guy.
James Marston.
Yeah, Donut Lord. Everybody loves Donut Lord.
Literally the most unrealistic portrayal. But also, like, he's also very awkward in the sort of, Hollywood movie way where they go, oh, look, this person's relatable by just making him, like, interminably awkward.
He's got the dog!
What?
He's got the dog. That's why he's a good guy.
It isn't a dog, yeah. It's a golden retriever.
Personally, I was really uncomfortable with the scene where James Marsden, Donut Lord, beats a protester unconscious. Yeah, really weird scene to include in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Oh.
Yeah. He's got the black wife, so that's how you know he's a cool guy. He's got the black wife and a dog. I guess they're not married yet. I think they're engaged. I don't know.
I think they're engaged. Like, they're not fully together. It doesn't seem like they're fully together, especially because they're living, like, somewhat separately, I guess.
There he goes, separately.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got a black fiancée, a black finance, yeah. And she sort of features in the movie. She comes back later.
She's there in the finale, at least.
She has a preoccupation with Sonic's poor feet. Yeah.
Please, let's not talk about Sonic's feet.
Too much Sonic feet in this movie, I gotta say. Too much.
Yeah, we don't need to know that. We do not need to know that. Just no.
They never show them directly, thank fuck. But Robotnik was looking at a scan or a reconstruction of Sonic's feet, just really huge on the screen, and I hated that. And then there were at least 2 scenes of Sonic's socks, his dirty, awful socks, and I hated that too.
I forgot about that scene entirely, by the way.
You're on a podcast, Blackcry. If you don't want to be on a podcast, you should probably get out of here.
I apologize. Have fun.
Okay.
You've been invaded.
Right, so Sonic's terrible feet.
A puppy just wandered in. It's fine.
Or was I? Right, he creepily stalks Donut Lord and watches some children play baseball from under the bleachers like a normal guy.
Yes,
Sonic is also plural in this movie. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Sonic is a multiple system made up entirely of Sonics. It's just multiple Sonics in one system.
His brain's too fast.
His brain is just too fast. So he's got multiple Sonics, one of whom is a really bad outfielder. Yeah. His defining trait is being a bad outfielder. Sonic
and the other is Sonic the Bog Hog.
Sonic plays baseball by himself and then gets really mad that he's all alone and sad. And so he goes really fast and he accidentally sets off a big EMP that takes out the power in the entire Pacific Northwest, I guess, which is a big EMP for just a hedgehog. Sonic, for some reason, he's like Static Shock or whatever in this movie. He's got EMP lightning powers. Yeah, really strange. no homing attacks, but he does have EMP lightning powers. And then, of course, our cool, amazing friend Robotnik comes in, and he really steals the movie. He's very good. He does funny dances. He says that he loves the way Agent Stone makes lattes, even though he treats Agent Stone very badly most of the time. Agent Stone, I guess, is his live-in sub, his puppy boy or whatever. He loves to pin himself to walls for Dr. Robotnik. He's all the time doing this. Yes, indeed. Robotnik shows up. He loves Sonic's feet, and he picks up some cool glowing quills, and he's like, here it is. This is what I'm here for. He's got lots of drones. He's got pretty cool drones. At one point, he's got a cyber truck, which is unmanned, and then it keeps unfolding into smaller and smaller robots, like a Matryoshka doll.
That was my favorite part.
It was pretty good. And then the cop beats the drone to death with a flashlight. Very powerful flashlight, yes. And then they go to San Francisco. There's a really awkward cut to San Francisco where I feel like there must have been deleted scenes between when they were at his fiance's sister's house and when they went to San Francisco, because they really do just jump straight there. So Sonic gets shot with the tranquilizer gun, and the power rings in this movie are teleport rings for some reason. And they can open up portals wherever you want, because sure, why not? They are how all advanced civilizations travel to other worlds, apparently. They used them extensively in this movie. Sonic trips over his stupid ass and drops his rings on top of the transatlantic building, the Triangle, in San Francisco, so they have to go on an epic road trip. Yeah, there's one point where there's like a bar fight, and the movie rips off that one part from Avengers. Which Avengers movie was that? Was it Days of Future Past, or
I don't know. I don't watch the Avengers movies.
It was the one with Quicksilver, and the Quicksilver scene was much cooler, and they ripped it off like 100%. That's fine. There are lots of epic refs in this movie. At one point, you see that Sonic loves to steal road signs, by the way, which is pretty cool. He has stolen a road sign for something called Hilltop Road, which is an epic ref, the Hilltop Zone. Yep. Love those zones. Love all kinds of zones.
Mm-hmm.
And
all we need is flying battery.
A bunch of stuff happens, and then Sonic beats up Dr. Robotnik's epic flying Green Goblin style machine, and sends him to the mushroom dimension. And then for some reason, because he doesn't look like classic Robotnik, there's a really good part where they have to come up with some reason to call him Eggman, because he's not egg-shaped like the classic Ivo that we all know and love. So Sonic calls him Eggman because he's got egg-shaped drones, and because he's a trans ally. Yeah. For whatever reason, when he goes to the mushroom dimension, I guess he goes crazy and shaves his head, and because he just looks like Jim Carrey usually with a mustache.
I mean, wouldn't you go crazy if you got abandoned in like Morrowind?
No, I'd be fine.
Yeah, probably.
I would just quite simply not go insane. You're already insane. Yeah, I guess so.
Aren't we all?
He shaves his head, and his mustache, I guess, has undergone mustache expansion, which is not my fetish. And he TFs, which is my fetish, into a slightly more Eggman-looking Eggman. Very true. He is more Eggmanified by the end of the movie. And I hope that the next two movies are just Dr. Robotnik trapped in the mushroom dimension with his incredible Castaway-style best friend Agent Stone, who is just a face that he has carved into a stone.
Domain expansion, mustache elongation.
Yeah, and he likes to say that he's sending Agent Stone on rock reconnaissance because he's a rock.
I love how you state the obvious.
So, next two movies, looking forward to them. The next movie's got Tails in it, and I guess Knuckles shows up pretty much near the end. And then in the next movie, we got Keanu Reeves' Shadow, which is going to be interesting. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Keanu Reeves' Shadow. I guess his voice isn't bad for Shadow, I suppose. It is weird.
Wake up, Sonic, we got a city to burn.
It is weird that they got the traditional voice for Tails and nobody else. Yeah. Nobody can do it
That is odd.
like what's her face? I don't remember her name, and I'm not going to look it up because I don't really care. Wow, dude,
Mm-hmm.
it's not very woke of you.
That's rough.
I know, I'm cancelled. Anything else to say about the Sonic movie? He eats chili dogs at one point because he must. They're floating in the air during his epic Quicksilver sequence. He does have time powers for some reason, which only Shadow is supposed to have time powers, so I do have a problem with that. There is a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure kind of part where he's in his incredible super fast time dimension, but then Jim Carrey activates his quill powers and goes super fast also, and is moving in the stop time dimension, just like Kujo Jotaro. So that was pretty cool, I guess. He also throws his best friends off of a building at one point, and they almost die. So I like that part. Well, what do you think about this movie, Kaguya-hime?
Well, I mean, it's a pretty solid first outing, I suppose. Like, even if there's a lot of stuff that doesn't quite line up to a lot of other things, they did kind of do a good introduction to their sort of take on Sonic, and I think it was actually pretty solid. A lot of people at the time when the movie came out were like, oh, finally a good video game movie. And I'm like, well, yeah, but on the other hand,
they already made those. It's called the
yeah,
cool,
that is true.
The cool animated one with Metal Sonic in it, which was fucking great.
Yeah, that was pretty good. But like, that sort of content already technically does exist. You do have a point. Like, there are the older Sonic movies, and while they weren't perfect, they were, good for what they were and what the series was like at the start, I suppose.
I am looking forward to the third movie, not just for Keanu time, but because they got the guy that directed the CG cutscenes for Shadow the Hedgehog to direct the movie, and that sounds fucking sick, and apparently the CG scenes are really cool.
Honestly, while this movie wasn't perfect, it did have a lot of good things in it. Is it any surprise it got 2 sequels?
It was pretty... It was entertaining. I was never bored.
Yeah, like, it's a solid, entertaining movie. Decently fun. A little weirdly paced.
It was a really fine, solid, 7 out of 10 movie, which is what the Null Swarm rates almost everything. Honestly.
7 out of 10 is good enough, honestly.
It's good.
That's a 7.5.
You want some 7 out of 10 content sometimes.
We all do.
Yeah, I liked it pretty well. I liked the part where he was riding on the mechanical bull. That was pretty good. I did not like all the feet stuff. It was kind of propaganda, but whatever. James Marsden, very handsome man. Yeah, it was pretty alright. I do... The beginning was not good. The backstory for Sonic is very stupid, but it doesn't take...
Yeah, you could have just started off with just like, hey... I came from somewhere else, and now I'm on Earth. You didn't have to include, the owl. I didn't mind the owl, but the owl felt like she was from a different movie entirely.
They could have just had him running around Green Hill Zone as a full-grown...
Get lost, yeah.
As a full-grown Sonic, and then, just go through a portal for some reason. It didn't need to go that way. I am hoping to get some more Sonic Adventure flavor in the next one. I really hope they make some Sonic Adventure 2 refs, because they're in fucking San Francisco. You're in San Francisco. Make some Sonic Adventure 2 refs. Come on, people. City Escape? Yeah, he should have escaped from the city. That, I guess, the City Escape theme would have been a more appropriate theme for this episode than the Ilrath theme. A little bit. But we all love the Ilrath here. We're all big Dilrats fans.
All big Dilrats fans. You better know it.
There's not like a whole lot to say about this movie. There's not much to go into a deep dive about. It was fine.
It's all right. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
I have high hopes for the other two movies.
Yeah.
Let me think if there's anything else I want to say about the Sonic movie. I have something else to say, which is that I wish I was the Donut Lord. I want to be the Donut Lord. I want to talk to donuts, and then if the donuts displease me, I will eat them. Well, you can. That is entirely within your powers to talk to donuts and also eat donuts.
What sort of donuts would you have if you were the Donut Lord?
Glazed, just original glazed.
Oh, okay. Not very adventurous, I see.
I just love them. They're good. I love a good Krispy Kreme glazed donut.
Solid. Not bad.
You can feel your arteries clogging when you eat them.
That is true. That is very true.
Do you have any predictions or hopes for the next? Because you've seen this movie before, but you haven't seen the other two. Do you have any predictions or hopes for the other two movies?
Nothing specific other than they're going to be pretty good. And also, of course, naturally, there's going to be a way that Robotnik gets out of Morrowind Land. But I just want to see how he shows up and, like, how extra he gets. Because he's clearly just, like, went off his rocker. So I really, really want to just see how unhinged he gets compared to how unhinged he was in the first movie. Yeah, because he was eccentric, but not unhinged.
I want Sonic to jump out of a helicopter. I want street surfboarding.
I want more Adventure 2 references. And Adventure 1 references.
Where's the fucking Death Egg? I want street surfboarding. I want less feet content, no feet content. Please, no feet content for the next Sonic movie. His feet are forbidden. They just don't exist. He's got shoes for feet. Just leave it at that. It was really funny that the little kid, James Marsden's fiance's sister's child, there is a word for that. It's niece. Right? The niece-in-law of James Marsden. What the fuck was his name in this movie? Tom! Right. Police Tom, his niece-in-law, for some reason has Sonic's soap shoes, just has them around, and doesn't mind. They're like brand fucking new as well, and she doesn't mind just giving them to this strange alien hedgehog. No, there were some more epic riffs. There was a Sonic drawing. There was a crazy man in town who knows about Sonic going around, and he drew an artist's impression, and it was the Sonic epic ref meme.
Yeah,
that's pretty much the Sonic movie. It's not that deep, but it was fine. It was good. People accused me of not liking anything. I liked this well enough. Any last thoughts, last words before I kill you? Kaguya-hime?
You couldn't even if you tried.
That's true, you are immortal. Okay, thanks for listening to Predator's Note. Lucas, why don't you take us out? Okay, well, you know what I would like to do to Sonic is I would like to just come up behind him and put a sword to his throat. Just to, like, lean down and sort of mutter into his ear, like, something really stupid, like, honey bitches of oats. And then...
and then just walk away.
And then I'd like to tear his little throat out with my teeth. That's what I want to do to Sonic the Hedgehog.
No, he's too fast, clearly.
No, I'll get him. I'm fat. I'll use my ability. I'll use my arts to seal off his special powers.
Makes sense.
That is true. Okay, and that's Predator's Note. I'll see you next time.